Hello everybody, in this video we take a look at a unique item in Diablo 4, which is the Razorplate. As you can see, there's only one stat. This is Thorns, a very high one, especially if you get it towards the higher hand. Basically, doesn't deflect damage, but what it does, again, when enemies deal damage to you, they get damage back. Now, this is very good for the Barbarian and Druid. We're very tanky characters, and again, if you have lots of health, and you can even compete against the incoming damage, and you can just, become very, very durable by still dealing damage and increasing the DPS. Now, until now, I was using something to impair the duration with my previous armor, which actually seemed just well, and I didn't know if I was going to give up the armor for that, but based on my initial testing, it turned out to be very good. It's not just that, it actually solves some of the issues with my build, which is single target damage, which this one actually really helps when I'm fighting a single target with the Thorns. Now, basically, I'm basing lots of my build around AoE, massive AoE, which I can just wipe enemies so fast, but this thing was missing, and until I got this one, I even thought it's going to be a solution, but the way I tested it, it does. Now, it's not that I'm going to go with just Thorns build. I'm actually going to incorporate it, and because I'm playing a face druid, so basically I'm in the action, let enemy come to me, I'm really benefiting from it. So as you can see, my main damage will come from my core and my dancing bolts, but again, this is AoE, so I need something extra. Now, this is very good, especially when you are surrounded with lots of enemies, especially those in the outer edges, which deal damage to you. You can eliminate them pretty fast. They can be squishy, but they can deal lots of damage and do some crazy stuff. So once they actually hit you, they're gonna get damage back. But the most important thing for me is increasing the single target damage, and I was surprised how actually good it is. And of course, there are maybe other synergies that I haven't discovered yet because I haven't focused on Thorns at all until I got this drop. And I shouldn't be, because again, this is a massive one. If you want to get the same amount, you need to invest so much in just a Thorn build in order to get it. So once you get this one, it's really significant, because the other ones here and there, it's really not significant. So whether it's good for actually giving up some of the other stats for the armor and just giving this one instead, well, generally speaking, in terms of my first impressions, yes, because of the higher DPS and the single target damage that you're gonna have by actually just equipping it. So it actually does a lot in return, but just being there, without having those extra stats other than the Thorns. And we can see in comparison, the other one I have damage while impaired reduction with the boons. It was actually amazing. Control impaired damage while shapeshifting, plus 4 ranks for Earthen from 45 to 70 something, and all stats. This is actually very good. And of course, I'm control impaired for plus 6 seconds. Overall, it was very good armor, and replacing it with something else, it needs to be very good one to me to even consider. So you're gonna see how it works. This is me just early testing it, trying to see, measure, how it works in terms of the damage. Now, the good thing is that I actually have a boon that actually heals me while I'm dealing crit damage. Because this is a crit build, this is very good for Thorns one, at least partially Thorns one, because I'm continually healing while actually dealing damage, massively by the way. And I also have lots of drops of healing, and basically I can just compete with the damage while actually they're getting hit while me actually healing.
And cool episodes.
Now, I wouldn't consider it, of course, if I didn't see that the return damage was actually very good. Again, so when I get a big chunk of damage from bosses, it's actually just depleting their health as well. And again, this is the main thing that was missing for me. Alright, this is, for example, Nightmare 42. And I just let the enemy hit me. Take a look. Look at the health. Just depleting the health by him just attacking me. So of course, when combined with your own damage, it's going to be crazy. Especially if the minions is around, which is even better for me. But sometimes it's just fighting a single enemy where I'm actually lacking. So I wanted to see how good it is, and it actually turned out to be very good.
I must wait a moment.
So now when enemies or bosses, especially, they are attacking me, or allies attacking me, this is a bliss. Now again, it's good in many situations where you're surrounded with lots of enemies, when even you are impaired, for example, enemies attacking you, you're still going to deal damage back, and when fighting single targets, it really helps solve some of the issues that I have with the Druid. Now the Barbarian is probably the best class for it because it has different skills and passives that increase your thorns, like Combat Flay, Outburst, Tough as Nails, Strategic, Challenging Shout. And basically I want to see if I can incorporate it without actually going on the Thorn build. And it works very well. And actually, I mean, I'm giving up on something, but in return again I get higher DPS and also the ability to deal high single target. And if I optimize it more to some degree, again, you always need to give up something if you want to enhance something else that your class is lacking. So this is a really good way to actually kind of patch some of the things, not really patch, really kind of really mostly solve the issues that I had. But again, more testing will need it, so I'm going to share you on my channel, so make sure to subscribe. If you have any tips, other things based on your experience with it, let me know in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. Cheers.